morning, Blaze.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday to you too, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Morning, everybody. Nath, how you doing, buddy? Good evening, good night. Glad we're back an hour closer to you. Right? Closer? Further?
We missed
closer,
you.
Right?
We missed you, buddy.
Yep. I saw Nath's name up on the Rainbow Bridge, the Twitter space the other day. I didn't get to hear him actually speak, but I did see him in the speaker position, so I'm glad he jumped on that train. I'm sure he had lots to talk about, but yeah. How about
Is
you,
that
man?
what they're calling it? The Rainbow Bridge?
No, not I said it wrong. The Chrome Bridge.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
not the Rainbow Bridge. I got the Chrome. Yeah.
Are they? I thought it was supposed to be 5 days. Are they trying to keep it 24/7 now?
Yeah, so there was some so they originally were like, we're just gonna do a long space, we're gonna break the record. And when they checked like Grok and ChatGPT and all that, it said the longest Twitter space was like 6 days or 5 or 6 days. And I think it was like, a thing where it was like the longest consecutive recorded space.
Yeah.
And everybody was saying like, oh, Grok doesn't know because Grok's not that old or anything like that, but that's not how Grok works.
Yeah. That's funny.
But I think the problem is like Twitter just rugs, like
Yeah.
either because people can't stay on a space and like not move around, or Wi-Fi not drop, or Twitter not change satellites, or whatever, like, so they've been rugged like almost every day. But a bunch of other people came on and were offering advice and suggestions, and I think they were like, yeah, we've done spaces for like 17 days, the 20 days. Like, there were other people saying they've done it way longer. But it was Gary Vee that jumped in on the first day and was like, you guys should just do this until Topps Chrome comes out, which is on May 7th. And so that's like 50. At that time, it was 57 days away. So
Interesting.
they're crazy, but it's all good. I mean, everybody's having fun.
That's wild. I struggle so, like, it's really hard for me to join those spaces when there's no set time, start and end time. It's just like hard for my brain to process with like other stuff going on. So like, I'm the kind of person I'll jump in for 5 or 10 minutes, jump out, jump in, jump out. But then I feel like I'm distracting, so I need to go to therapy. But I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool because it's like a place where, if you have a free minute or whatever, like, that someone's always going to be there and having a chat. So it's like a place you can come in and tap in with people.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the way, like, I've always felt is like, everybody's schedule is different, and like mine too. And so like whenever I have downtime and I'm like, oh, I would love to hear some like friendly voices and, at least just listen to a live conversation, it's nice to know that space is there for now.
I mean, that was me yesterday going to Target.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I just wanted to see who was there. And then like Tim was up, you were up there, Chelsea was up there, B. Miller was up there. And like, these are people that I have like in real life memories with. So I'm like, I gotta say what's up.
Yeah. Yes, sir. On Nath's in here running the chat as best he can, but I'm afraid he's alone today. Nath's gratitude. Mission complete on renovating our lounge room, learned new skills, and managed to get it done a full day early, which gives me more time with family now. There you go, buddy. It's awesome. Congrats. Congrats, sir. Congrats.
What's on
the down? How was your day? Any gratitude from your yesterday or this morning?
Yeah. So last night, like, Bryson, I don't want to say he's a bad reader, but he just struggles with feedback. So if you're helping him to sound out a word, he just wants to shut down and not do it. So anyways, we're doing our reading lessons before bed last night. and he loves gems, and he got this like fake pink diamond that's like about as big as strawberry.
Okay.
I had to think of something. And it was in his reading folder last night, and I just felt something hard in there, and I pulled it out, and like he gave me the biggest hug unprompted I've ever received from him for finding his, like, he calls it his precious gem.
Oh, okay. Like you
and I
lost
think
it.
Yeah, and I think it ties in a lot to like the reading today, because it talks about your kids really don't care how much money you make or what you're doing in life.
Yeah.
What they care about is you're present with them, and you're loving on them. And then Ryan Holiday really had to poke me when he was like, and not yelling at them all the time, because like, you know how your phone will tell you if you have an iWatch, like how you've been sleeping over the past year?
Yeah.
I think that like if I had a yelling monitor, Gary, let's get together, let's make this happen, that it would be up this past year. And the reason being is just like the 3-4-year-old is in everybody's business. And I'm trying to, like, last night we were watching a movie and he didn't like it, so just got up and turned it off. And then that made his sister mad and start screaming at everyone. And so then like I'm trying to calm him down. And then like I couldn't do anything except remove him from the area and be like, bro, if you're this tired, you just got to go to bed. And then he starts crying and getting mad at me. And then I'm getting frustrated, and I'm raising my voice. I'm not yelling, but I'm raising my voice, and it's just chaos. But I digress. Gratitude. We found the gym. My son loves me for being a gem finder, and that's where we're at in life.
Perfect. That was great. Good morning, Dan. How you doing? My gratitude was for my wife. I think I had said in previous days, the energy was a little different at home all week long, and I don't know if it was just like the bad weather. Brooklyn was going through some stuff, like whatever. Bailey's been really, really cranking busy right now, like with just her crazy schedule. And she's fallen behind in school. So she's actually taken like a practice or two off, like to just focus on schoolwork. Because now it's like a flipped thing. And I know this frustrates Bailey because Bailey prides herself on being like, the best, the firstborn, like all that stuff. But like Brooklyn's grades are better than Bailey's now, and that's because Brooklyn's been locking in. She turned a really, really bad, like probably like a D plus grade point average into like a B plus.
That's awesome.
And then Bailey's gone down a little bit. So the vibes have just been a little weird. But they were good yesterday. We all had a solid day. Amy and I got to hang out, because the kids were all at school. So that's always a good time. Talking about, things going on, talking about Brooklyn, talking about my brother, talking about other things. I got some work done, which is good for me because I tend to not work on Fridays. I tend to, distract myself. But I actually got some work done. So it was a good day. It was a solid day. Yep.
Can I share another gratitude?
Yeah, of course.
I just
Awesome.
going along with what you were saying right there with the grades and then the work.
Oh, second.
I picked up a new
check it out later?
job in February, and I turned an assignment in last night for that. And within like 6 hours, he was like, "Oh, this is great." And so it's just like, I'm sure with your like jobs and stuff, like quick feedback is so valuable.
Yeah.
Ryan, what's up, man?
What's up, guys? I had every intention of being here at 8:30.
You are here.
I am. You know what? Doesn't even matter.
All good, man. You got gratitude? We just shared ours. You got one lined up and in the hopper?
Yeah, I think you know what? Some great gratitude. Can I share two things? One thing is I found such a benefit of something I've been doing in journaling, and I forget where I saw it. It was somewhere. Like Dom, you taught me, or your consistency with that kind of stuff has kind of like pulled me back into it. But one thing in particular, someone taught me recently that I think I read was like, just open up your journal. You might not know exactly what to do, but it said write down just one word, feeling, and emotion that you end up having, right? So it could be like, obviously, like happy, it could be open, it could be creative, it could be whatever. But the practice of it, the more positive someone's mindset is, the more positive the words that they're going to end up writing. And it's not to force you to do it, but anyway, I've been doing that. It's been huge. It's been helpful. And the other one is I just got to throw it over to Chromebridge. It's been really awesome to see some of these conversations really keep opening up. And for anyone that, I think most people here kind of know what it is, but the community has just been, showing up 24/7, kind of having some great conversations. And I've been really grateful for it.
Good morning, Jason.
Morning,
how are you doing?
Doing well. I too woke up an entire hour early, intending to be here at 6:30.
And then you missed us.
I'm late too. Hi, good morning.
I was told that, well, we're here. That was a great reminder from Blaze. So
I didn't see that. I almost texted putting it off. My brother-in-law came in to spend the night because he has a convention out near our house. And he got in at like 9, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to bed. And my wife's like, really? You can't just hang out and stay up for a little bit, like till 10? And I'm like, I guess, honey, but you're not going to get much. So yeah, that was a bit much for me.
You're getting half of me tonight.
Yeah. So did everybody do their reading? Should we chat on that for a little bit?
let's chat on it.
Let's start it up.
How have your kids kept you humble? Have they ever kept you humble? Have they ever taken you down a peg, kicked you off your high horse, made you realize that you're not so big and mighty and special, and that they just literally just want you to play with a box?
There's been many.
Lay one on me, man.
Trying to think of the last one. I would say currently all of them.
All right, I'm out.
Good talk.
That's my TED Talk. Thanks for coming. Usually in the past year or so, I'd say it's mostly age related. And an example would be, it's like we're still feeling young. We're still spry, right? Maybe we have a few gray hairs here and there, but the kids start kind of like poking your age buttons a bit, like calling you old. It's like, yeah, if the kids see, because I remember when I grew up and seeing how age was starting to affect my parents. I don't think I ever said anything about it, but my girls will comment on my face wrinkles. But I always have to remind them that they only come out when I smile. They're smile lines. They're not wrinkles. So yeah, that did kind of push me into getting some face
Botox
moisturizer that I use about once a month because I always forget that I got it. I would say that's mine.
Did you just say Botox, Ryan?
Could have gone anywhere with that one. Can't forget my ladies.
Oh man. So what do you think of the reading, Ryan?
I can't figure out my lighting situation right now. It's bothering me.
Okay.
I love what Jason said. I haven't yet been humbled by the age thing as much, or at least I haven't. I hate all these lights. I'm just gonna turn them off. I'm gonna say emotionally. Emotionally, they've checked me, and it's not even them checking me. It's like the reaction to something. If I lose my cool, or I they'll say something like, hey, yeah, okay, well, oh, dad is in the room, but dad, you're usually either on the bed reading or on your phone. I'm like, huh, am I? Is that what I do? And so it's like these moments of like, what's going on? Or they'll say, in passing, they'll say something like, well, we know that dad is the one that doesn't really like to be around people, but mommy does. I'm like, huh. Okay. Well, so it's like these little bits that they're picking up, and then it's like, and then, there's a little bit of guilt and shame that kind of comes in there. It's all healthy. I mean, it's all necessary. And I, obviously don't want to blame them, that kind of stuff too. But I would definitely say, the kids will check you emotionally. They'll let you know what's going on and, what they see, how you're acting. Or, there was one day that my oldest had said, she was saying something. And she goes, okay, I know you're annoyed right now. And I was like, am I? I was like, I don't know. I was like, but how did she, like, I guess I am, but like, I don't know. Like, what did I just say or do that made you think that I was annoyed? And then it makes you think like, oh, well, if she was outside of this house, she'd be like, oh, well, whenever I say this, dad gets annoyed. So that's what I think, at least. That's how they check me. And I think that's it's a good reminder to be open and aware to it. And obviously like, oh, I didn't know that I was that way, or I could be that way, even though I don't think I am,
How about you, Dom? When was your last humbling?
I mean, my son is in this really weird phase where he likes to be very blunt about things. And so, when he just rolls up on me and smacks me in the tummy and goes, hey, fat old man,
And right for the heart.
that really knocks you down one. Or, like when you go to pick him up or something like that, or when you go to, when you come in the door, me and mom and he runs to mom, that's my son. My daughter's not so much. I think with them, it's kind of like what Jason was saying. It's like an age thing. It's like the dad, you're so cringe, or like the side eye, like looking at me when I'm saying stuff. Can't remember what it was, but when I picked Brooklyn up yesterday, I was actually like speaking on the Chrome Bridge, and I just remember her looking at me like, what are you doing? And then I would, go off the stage or whatever, and kind of explain to her what was going on. And then I pranked her a little bit. I started like doing a really embarrassing song and like just talking to her. And then I was like, oh no, I'm not on mute. Everybody on the internet just heard that live. And she got really, really embarrassed and red and stuff like that. So, we had fun.
How do I keep missing you on Chrome Bridge?
I don't know. I keep missing you. So what I do is that when I scroll the notifications, like, because I have notifications for you and Blaze and many other people, I see that you were a speaker. It doesn't really tell me when or the time, or at least I don't see that. So then I click on it and I'm like, Ryan's not a speaker. Why am I in here?
Blaze, have you been up?
Mm-hmm.
I actually brought you up today. I was talking about you this morning.
Oh yeah, I've only been on there for like 10. I was talking to Dom about this earlier. It's really hard for me since there's not a set end time, because I know if I get on there, it's easily sucked in, and I always like feel like I have 1,000 things to do, which is like, I need to go to therapy. But anyways, I've been in there a little bit. I didn't plan on going up yesterday, but I was telling Dom this, that like I jumped in and like he was on stage, Chelsea was on stage, Tim was on stage.
When did you guys do this? I feel like I'm listening 24/7 almost. When did you do this?
This was yesterday at 5:30 p.m.
Yeah, it was when I was picking Brooklyn up from school. So it was like 2:30 my time. I was waiting in the parking lot for her, and I was just like, this is my chance. I probably only got 10 minutes, but I'll just jump up there and have a little chat, And like he said, there was a lot of familiar people up there, so that's like a little more comfortable for me to like jump into the conversation. I think they were just talking about cards and stuff like that.
Because the
Yeah.
tournament news dropped yesterday.
Yeah, I asked them all if I should go to national.
Yeah,
thing.
after we were texting about going to national, I was like, wait, hold on.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, are you going to Nashville?
I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to figure it out. If I go, I'm going to hang out with you guys and just might play. I'm not going to play and you just happen to be there. So I just throwing that out there.
Imagine our VDAD's morning where it's like we could just have our arms around each other.
Oh, it's gonna be great
right now.
You do a polar plunge. Oh, it's summer. Never mind. I don't know. We'll do fun stuff. My daughter was really upset yesterday morning to the point where she wouldn't even give me a hug before school because the tooth fairy didn't bring her money, and so she was really upset. So after work yesterday, I got $20 out, and I wrote a note that said, "DeMille, 1,007 kids lost teeth yesterday. I'm sorry I'm late. Please remember to brush and floss, Tooth Fairy." And I put it in the mailbox, and I gave it to her. And so I think we recouped. How would have you corrected your failure in meeting your daughter's expectation in that way?
Why was she
I
mad
guess-
at you?
Because she was just mad in general, but I thought it was my to keep the magic going.
You're like, I'm not a tooth fairy. What are you talking about?
You're not doxing the tooth fairy, are you?
I hope not. I don't want that on my permanent record.
That's I love this story. I know that you're such a creative guy. It's so cool. I have a question though. She was mad at you, and is that telling anything?
Oh, she was just overall disappointed. She told my wife she was upset. She didn't give me a hug. She was like huffing and puffing and stomping their feet. That's probably like DEFCON 1 for me, is when she starts to stomp her feet, because my wife does that when she's mad too.
You guys wonder where she got that from?
I don't know.
Well, I have a question though, because who actually made the situation better in her mind?
The Tooth Fairy.
Yeah. I think I'm just like, oh, that's so tough. It's like you try so hard as a dad, you got so creative in the moment, and then you're not that you need the credit, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, okay, did you do anything? Like, I think it's just an interesting question to think about. And then, but your question to us was more important. What would you guys do?
You brought up something I wanted to say. I'm really bad at updating my professional CV, and I wish I was better at it because there's things that people just never know about. But I'm curious now, do I need to keep a CV for my daughter so when she's older, I can be like, look at all these things. You remember that Christmas? Me, I'm Santa.
Ooh, I love this idea.
That's me. You know that thing under your bed that you lost?
Doxing Santa now too? Jeez.
Man, the post magic
Some humble
resume.
pie.
I feel like I think that having this list of things, be like, okay, like we give it to our kids after. Is that a bad thing? I don't know, but it's like, hey, these were all the things that we did, and you know what? It's not to rub it in your face, although we know it is. But,
that's where the thing is like when you have older kids, and we didn't do this, but like maybe you guys can find a fun way to do this. But when they do find out, it should honestly be a celebration that they throw for their parents. Like, wow, wait, you're all those people. Oh my God, can I take you to dinner? All those years? You did what? For me? For us? Really?
Don't set that expectation. Don't set that expectation.
And it's like, yeah, motherfuckers.
Yeah, like a quinceañera for a dad, right?
Oh, man.
Guys, there is something here, by the way. I also have to be aware. I know that my kids are here. I'm saying that out loud to ground myself.
Trying to make us cry over here, Fiola.
Yep, I'm feeling like I'm there with one of mine already.
Hold on, your daughter still needs you.
My 16-year-old, man.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Dan, yes. Dom, no. You're right.
Anyway, Blaze, I think that's a good idea. It's an interesting idea. I like that idea.
I feel like we haven't connected like the
Good
four
job,
in a while.
Blaze. You did it.
The other question I have is, Ryan, could we have a competition to see how many hats you can buy from people at the National this coming year?
Oh my goodness.
Sweaty hats.
That was the grossest hat I have ever picked up in my life. Like
You should have
that
got
was the weirdest moment.
Sweat equity.
There's a lot of sweat equity in that hat. That thing was disgusting. If there was not, the guy was dripping. Buy this from me, and I was like, yeah, I feel like I'm making fun of someone. I'm not making fun of someone. It was the moment. It was very intense.
It was at the National.
Everyone was throwing money around. It was but like we were playing a game at the moment. Everything was going around. These prices were being thrown around that were like, what are you doing? And it was like, the guy's like, take my hat. Or wait, no, it was you. You're like, give me your hat. Like, but you, whatever it was. Oh my goodness. No, Blaze was the catalyst for this great memory. And
well, I was trying to do it as I thought it was silly. Like, hey man, let's buy the hat off your head. And then it transformed into like this guy had like secret gift goat in his pocket, and there's a lot going on. The guy lost out on like at least $2,000. The guy did not know what he was selling, and like, but we didn't. Well, one person knew what was happening. We didn't know what was transpiring in the moment. Well, hold on. And if we tie that back to Daily Dads, what he kept saying was he wanted to buy his kids a PS5. So I really want to run into this guy with his kids and be like, were you full of shit? Or did you immediately go to Best Buy, which I know is in like a 20-minute drive? And did you get did you get your kids the PS5? We could have got scammed.
Track him down.
We could have. I don't know. Well, we can obviously run a DNA test on him because I have all the sweat. So if you ever want to check it out, we can do that. But this is also telling me that you have to show up to the National then, and we have to do a live show.
Round 2.
That's going to happen. Yeah, it will be round 2. It'll be really exciting.
Love it. Do it.
Well,
anybody got any fun plans this weekend? Or are they just all going to go find the best views on streamboo.com?
Rock climbing, movies at 3:00, play outside.
Rock climbing, movie. What, the Looney Tunes movie?
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, my one of my kids asked if we could go see a movie, and I failed to mention that. But yeah, today Bailey's gonna she's gonna jump on a bus, charter bus, to go watch the team play a championship game, and then I'm just gonna clean the house and meal prep for tomorrow's party.
Boom, boom, boom. Sloan has a dress rehearsal for they're doing the Lion King show. So she has that, and then they have a birthday party. DM has some gymnastics going on, but we're going to Great Wolf Lodge tomorrow. Anyone have any advice for Great Wolf Lodge? We're like doing like one night, overnight. Our youngest, her birthday is on Tuesday.
Dang.
But like she loves hotels, and so that was like Lauren's idea to go take care of it. But I just realized where it is, and it's like not close now. And so I'm like,
she is.
How far away is it?
It's okay. Hold on. I'm gonna say I think it's gonna be like a 3-hour drive. Oh, hey, what's going on? We're talking about your birthday.
Speaking of her.
Well, let me know where it is. We'll come meet you. Unless it's in the opposite direction.
No, it's in Scott Run, PA. But Scott Run, as far as I know. Oh wait, never mind. Okay, it's half the distance that I had realized. I just remember driving all the way out to Michigan, often through Pennsylvania, and Scott Run, this place, I always thought it was further away. Anyway, neither here nor there. We're gonna have a good time. My daughter's already gone.
Is this part of her birthday celebration?
This is like her thing. Like she loves hotels, so my wife was like, "Let's make this happen." So
Ryan,
yeah,
really cool
Ryan, your kids will love it. I guarantee it.
I don't know why you
on the other hand, you specifically And knowing you and your disdain for lazy rivers are going to you're going to disdain it hard. I guarantee it.
Get your pee away from me. I don't want to swim in your pee.
That's
Ours doesn't have a lazy river, but it still has all the other stuff. But
Ryan,
the rest of the
imagine-
hotel is actually really fun. Like the one we have has an arcade, a mini bowling alley, mini golf, and then they have this like Magic Quest thing that the kids really love. But it does involve a lot of walking and a lot of going up and down elevators and awkwardly into other hallways that are not your own hallway. But it's fun.
Yeah.
We have a blast doing it. I've done it with my kids till like 2 a.m.
Ryan,
It's
just
a grind.
imagine a lazy river, Ryan. Okay. And instead of swimming in the lazy river, you're in a pool and the lazy river has been put into a humidifier and sprayed out over everybody. That's
because it's
that's
in
what
an
the pool
enclosed room.
experience of Great Wolf Lodge feels like.
Okay, this sounds like MRSA just being like thrown in the air. I don't have so much of like the fact that it's indoors. It's like, hey, you can't escape it whatsoever. Like it's in the air. That kind of gets me. But regardless, I don't need to be negative about this. That's okay.
All you
And
can eat ketchup.
I'll be excited. I'm out.
Had to do it.
Sorry
Oh
to
my
rain on
God.
that parade, Ryan.
I just had to clean ketchup off my 3-year-old. I gotta go, guys, though. But love you. Hearts of
I
gratitude.
love you guys.
All right.
Cheers.
All right.
Oh,
Have a great weekend, everybody.
chilling and grilling.
See you guys.
It's a ketchup bottle right there.
Yeah.
Later, Gator.
Christmas from the real Santa, not Blaze.
Not me.
See you guys.
See ya.